In this lecture, we're going to make a chase camera so we can drive it around kind of like a video game. And the first thing I'm going to do is actually scale this ground up by 10. So we have a lot more room. And I might just move along the Y since we're mostly going to be going forward. Okay, let's take our camera here and we'll just call this, let's just rename it. We'll call it follow. And I'm going to come into a top view. I'm going to move it kind of behind it here. I'm going to rotate it so it's facing it. Into a side view, move it down, rotate it, so it's about right there. And then I can select it and press numpad 0 so I'm looking through it. The other thing I want to do is come to our camera menu here, properties, and I'm going to make the ending clipping 10 kilometers, so 10,000. And I'm going to make the focal length something more like 18. All right. If you want to fine tune the camera, you can come over here to view and say camera to view, so it locks it. So now if I use my scroll wheel, it's actually moving the camera. I'm going to move it along the X a little bit to about right there. That's probably good. Make sure to uncheck that. All right. Now we need to select our camera, come over here to object constraint properties, and we're going to add an object constraint. It's going to be a child of constraint. Let's select the CG, which is right here, and we're going to uncheck or unselect the X and Y. We only want a rotation. We only want Z rotation. All right, let's save it. Let's try driving it around here. So come back to item, and now we probably need to practice doing our simulation reset just to make sure the simulation is reset. So what I like to do is pick our controller and come over to physics and just cycle on and off rigid body constraint. And that's just going to make sure that there's nothing in the cache and all your changes are going to take effect. All right, let's try it out. I'm going to make my steering 0 to start off, and let's go. Need a little more acceleration. Now we can drive it around. So I had a video about this in the beginning of the course, but you might be a little freaked out that our constraints are not following our vehicle, and that's actually an optional thing you can do. We can actually parent them, or we cannot, and it actually has no effect on the simulation. So for now, I'm just going to leave them where they are.